If anyone ever dares to say the United States is a good country, this alone will be able to debunk them completely.
What's good, cousins, and welcome back again on another episode today. How are you all doing? I hope you guys are doing great, and if you're joining for the very first time, thank you so much for being here. Please don't make it your last time, so smash the subscribe button and turn your bell notification on. If you have been following the news, whether on your TV, on your phone, you should have heard that the United States voted against a ceasefire. And the UK as well voted to abstain, which is giving creepy. It's giving cousins, it's giving nephew. We already know that they are together on this particular one. And for the fifth time, the United Nations resolution for ceasefire in Gaza has been rejected by the United States. And this has caused people to ask so many questions that what exactly is the position of the UN when it takes just one country to cancel the entire vote of other countries. I always think they say majority carries the vote. Even if they have the veto power, are we supposed to watch other people die? This has sparked a lot of conversation online. People are coming into what they think about the fact that the United States voted against a ceasefire. So without wasting much time, let's just get into what the people have to say with all of this going on.
So the United Nations said, can we have a ceasefire? And the US said, no. A significant part of our liberation is accepting that the oppressors do not care. I'm still seeing too many people engage with individuals or organizations who are pro-occupation. I'm still seeing too many people trying to appeal to the better nature despite what we see happening in front of us. There is no picture, no video, no historical document, no amount of information that is going to get them to say, maybe we should stop doing what we are doing to you. There comes a time in history where everybody's masks come off. And at that time, we really need to stop being naive and see the world for what it is. This is one of those moments. Now that we are here, can we stop trying to save people from themselves and focus on the people who need us most? We need solidarity now.
I want this picture to go viral. While the Palestinian envoy was talking about what the people in Gaza are going through, like the humanitarian disasters, the US ambassador in the UN was scrolling on his phone. He single-handedly has the power to stop everything that's happening in Gaza, and he chose to scroll on his phone. Then the US vetoed the UN Security Council resolution calling for a permanent ceasefire in Gaza. After he was done scrolling through his phone, he vetoed the ceasefire resolution. I can't.
If anyone ever dares to say the United States is a good country, this alone will be able to debunk them completely. Not that we didn't already have thousands of other reasons. Somebody left this comment on a video talking about this. I can't believe we're living in a timeline where France, Russia, China, and Japan will vote for a ceasefire, but the US won't. China and Russia both said, yeah, we should probably cut this out. And they say their reasoning for not supporting a ceasefire is because supporting a ceasefire would mean that they're not condemning Hamas. Then they go on to say, for that reason, while the United States strongly supports a durable peace in which both Israelis and Palestinians can live in peace and security, we do not support calls for an immediate ceasefire. I don't know how Palestinians are going to live in peace if you kill all of them. What's the count up to at this point? 16,000 dead? Nope, never mind. It's 17,700. Almost 18,000. I've never been more embarrassed to live in this country.
The United States was 1 out of 15 that said no to a ceasefire in Gaza right now. And that one no is the reason why people are going to be sleeping in the cold, with no clothes, with no food, with no shelter in Gaza right now. No sanitary pads, no family members, no ceasefire. The United States. Our money and our tax-paying dollars and our votes contributed to that. It's sick. It's worse than Squid Games. Watching genocide on our phones every single day, that does something to you. But it doesn't do more to you than the actual family members that are living this out every single day. And so if the least we can do is call our reps or use our phones and use our voices and use our bodies to say that we care and that we want a ceasefire, it's what we should do. It's the right thing to do. Now is not the time to give up.
Someone's gonna have to hold my hand and walk me through this. But why do we have the United Nations if they do nothing to actually serve the people? Like, they can agree on a permanent ceasefire because one country vetoed the vote. Why vote if it only takes one country to say no? And we already knew they were going to say no because the United States sucks. Or like the UN gave toys that look like food to Palestinian children instead of actual food. What kind of psychological torture is that? What is the point of handing them toys that look like food but not actual food that they actually need to survive? Speaking of food, they just completely paused humanitarian aid to Yemen, which has been going through one of the worst humanitarian crises of our lifetimes. This includes food to starving children. So I beg again, what is the point? They're not doing anything to actually get to the world peace they say they want so bad. They're not offering the humanitarian aid that they say they would give to the countries that so desperately need it. And they're not holding anyone accountable for their actual war crimes. We are not only learning so much about ourselves and what we value, but our communities and our society and what our society deems worthy. And I'm really hoping that one of the takeaways from this is that we give a hard look to our social systems and our structures, because what is the point?
Okay, so they out here talking about America like, oh, not Miss Look, you can't sit with us, ain't got nobody to come sit by them. So word on the block is America looking real isolated right now after we was the only ones to veto the resolution for a ceasefire earlier. So they are here talking about Izzy done convinced America that if there's any kind of ceasefire, all it's going to do is empower Hamas some more. On the flip side, it's like 90-something other countries that's like, if 1 + 1 is 2 and 2 + 2 is 4, why is America getting purple? They not buying what Izzy is selling. And the UN is out here saying that it's finna get to a point where it ain't gonna be nothing we could do to help those people over here. Like, it's at its breaking point. And now I done seen some people talking about okay, so what's stopping another country from feeling like, oh, you know what, we want some smoke with America. So, boom, oh, it's a civilian. Oh, well, war's war. It is what it is. It's a good question. I hope we get some answers.
The United States have used their veto power for the 45th time, preventing yet another resolution for a humanitarian ceasefire. The idea that the United States is a protector of democracy and human rights has always been a lie. It's only ever been used as a pretext to invade another country that gets in the way of their imperialistic objective. They do not care about their own citizens, nor do they care about the international community. They only care about their hegemony, and that's it.
You know, we had the potential to have a ceasefire today. And if you didn't know that, we had the potential to have a ceasefire today. And guess what happened? The US vetoed their vote for a ceasefire, which I mean is not surprising, to be honest. It's not surprising. And the UK voted to abstain, which is a big move. Like, you guys, we had the potential to have a permanent ceasefire. We had the potential to have that. I wanted to come up here today and tell you guys, like, guess what? It worked. There's a ceasefire. We're one step closer to helping Palestine. And when I heard about what happened, I wasn't surprised, but it really pissed me the fuck off. Let me just read this to you guys real fast. The U.S. vetoes UN Security Council resolution urging an immediate humanitarian ceasefire in Gaza, hours after UN chief said it is time to act. What the fuck? It is time to act, and the UK abstains, and of course, the US vetoes. That's a typical US move, though. Deadass. That's typical US behavior. And I don't know why I expected any more from them. For like a split second, I guess it was just hopeful and wishful thinking. So all this means is that we really have to be louder. Not just with our words, you guys, but with our actions. Continue to boycott because the boycotts are working. I don't give a flying fuck who tries to come into anyone's comment section or even be out there in real life and try to say, oh my god, boycotts don't work, you're wasting your time. Really? Because Starbucks is going under right now. Those fools just lost $12 billion fucking dollars just within the past 2 months. And this is around the time where they make the most money. So I want to say boycotts work. If you are somebody that actively attends protests, get in touch with the organizers. If you have ideas that can contribute to the protests being more effective,
please get in contact with the organizers, get involved, and get involved with your community in general, because we are all over the place. Unfortunately, we're not all in the same city. We're not all in the same state, but you can be a huge part in your community that you live in. And always stay educating yourself. That is one of the best things you can do, is to stay educated on the matter and on the history of what has been going on. And when it comes to social media, do not forget to like, to comment, to share, to repost these videos. If you have to, duet the videos. And you do not have to be in the actual duet, but duet the videos so they reach more people. Because as we know, this beautiful app that we use has been censoring us, and they actually been taking away people's likes, and they've been taking away people's favorites, and they even been taking away reposts. And if you stop seeing watermelon content on your FYP, go looking for your favorite content creators, especially Palestinian content creators. The ones on this app and the ones that are on the ground in Gaza right now. Also, when it comes to donating, because I know a lot of you, whether you have your own business or you just want to donate out of your pocket to the people of Palestine, be careful. Because there is word getting around that the best way to donate the money that you have generated for the people of Gaza or the people of Palestine in general is to give it to somebody who is directly in Palestine, which a lot of people don't know someone who's in Palestine. And if you're one of those people, I would honestly encourage you to reach out to the people who are in Gaza right now. That is the best way they're going to receive any kind of funds, because unfortunately the charities over there have not been doing them justice. And a lot of journalists have been speaking out about it who are over there in Gaza right now. But now is not a time to start getting quiet, and now is not a time to start slowing down. And I know you may be tired, but just think about how the Palestinians feel when they have been enduring this for the past 75 years. And I'll tell you right now, a lot of them have like the most positive and strong ass outlooks on this whole entire situation, and it motivates me to keep going. And lastly, some of us have link trees, and they have tons of links that will help the people of Palestine, the people of Congo, the people of Sudan, Tigray, Haiti. Please check out our link trees, because likely more than not, we have resources to help you guys help them. I hope this was helpful to anyone who has been confused or was honestly hoping to hear good news about a ceasefire today. But now we know what we got to do. Now we know what we have to continue to keep doing. And like I always say, the more they try to silence us, the louder we get. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free.
What do you guys think about what these people said? Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. Have you seen the headline? Share your thoughts about the headline as well in the comment section. So for the United States, if they support a ceasefire, that means that they are not condemning Hamas. And it's just very funny because of their decision, that's another night for people without sanitary pad, no light, no water. People are dying. Watching the video from Palestine has been very, very hard. Kids are dying, and it feels like the union that was put in place, that they lied to us that it was for people, it's not for people, because it's clearly a lie. A lady said the UN is a perfect example of a system that was created to serve the interest and push forward the agenda of those in power, and it was never about the people. Because if it was about the people, then there should have been a ceasefire. The fact that 13 other people voted and it took the vote of just one to cancel the vote of other 13 countries, then there shouldn't have been that meeting if they know that they are working hand in hand. So what the United States is saying, there's no need to tell other people to vote, because what's the point of other people voting if it only takes the vote of one person to cancel out their own? Someone here said, I would love to hear what's the reason for the US veto against ceasefire. They said it would be like they are not condemning Hamas. Another one said, this isn't a war of fighting. Palestine has no military. This is an attack on unarmed civilians. Kids are dying. People are dying. Innocent people are losing their life every single day. There's no water, there's no sanitary pad, there's no light, no food. And they are sending food in form of toys to these people to torture them. And they said the UN is for the people. We are clearly seeing it. They don't need to tell us. Like one of the stitches said, like we should literally focus on what is right in front of us and stop listening to the lies that these people are selling to us. Another person said, They are not going to cease fire now. They want Gaza destroyed so they can build a new canal through northern Gaza, USA, in an investor and England. Another person said, I saw someone say that UN a hidden ploy to just control weaker countries and they are colonial powers in themselves. We can all see this play out right now. We see what they are doing. We see how they are treating these people. We see who they want to listen to. We see the voices of the people that matters when it comes to them. So we are seeing all of this play right in front of our eyes. Another person said, the UN is a puppet show rebranded from League of Nations post-World War II. It's just for show as the world continues to burn. Permanent members all can vote. Because why is it taking the United States to say no and then you cancel 13 other people's votes? Like, it's unnecessary then. Their votes to you means nothing and it's just the US votes that matters. Another person said, yeah, it's a scam like everything else in the neoliberal hellscape of the world, dominated by colonialist power. The last comment I have here said, UN was never established to serve the people. It was created to serve Western government and white supremacy. You didn't tell a lie at all. Every of these comments, I think a lot of people are saying the UN for what the UN is right now, because these people's votes would have helped the people in Palestine. It would have helped them get water. It would have helped them get light. It would have helped them get the things that they need. These people are suffering and they said, no, let's continue like that, because if we don't continue like that, then we are not condemning Hamas. I would like to hear what you guys think in the comment section. What are your thoughts about what they said? What are your thoughts about this comment as well? Share your thoughts in the comment section. Let's continue this conversation there. Thank you all so much for joining. And don't forget to continue to share, because from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Thank you for joining, and I will see you guys in the next one.